Hello, hello everybody. I'm just going to pull this up on my iPad so I can hopefully see your guys' comments. And hopefully you can see, sorry, I'm just readjusting the camera a little bit. For some reason I can't see comments. Live chat. Oh, here they go. Okay. Hey, Olga. Hey, Taylor. Taylor Made Journals. Hey, Karen. Ah, yes, Olga. I'm so sorry.
How much ground beef?
Just a little bit, like for nachos. Enough for nachos, like a regular thing.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. Gotta take something out for dinner so I can make dinner after this. Yes, Ranger. Hopefully that looks okay. I'm trying to just get it angled right. We're gonna be doing some alcohol. Oh, it's so crooked. I don't know why it's crooked. Anyway, we're gonna be doing some alcohol ink backgrounds and making some cards. Hopefully we'll have enough time. Yeah, we're gonna have nachos tonight. I think I always have nachos when we do live streams because it's easy. Okay, so let me just walk you through what we're gonna make. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I am in my dining room today. I'm not at my craft table, so I hope I brought everything up. But these are the cards that I made. I have a blog post linked in the description box where I made these cards. It's part of a week that I did with Unity Stamp Company called Growing in Unity. So if you want to head over to my blog and you like Unity stamps, you can leave comments on all of my posts this past week. They're numbered day 1 through day 5. And I am giving away 25 random Unity stamps from Unity. They're actually giving them away. I get to pick 2 winners. So if you want to check that out, go check out my blog. There's a link in the description box. And then you can see all of the other cards I made this week. But I thought it would be really fun to share with you guys how I made these cards and how I work with alcohol inks. Hey Cindy, hey Karen. Matter of Crafts, I'm sorry, hello, I don't remember, I'm terrible with names. Michelle, welcome, hey Nell, you did buy the blowy thing, good, you'll want that. I did say alcohol again, is this like a word of the day or something? I have not been on any of the lives today, I've been so busy. It's been one of those days. So I do have my window open because when you're working with alcohol inks, you do want to have a well-ventilated area. All of my inks are from Ranger Ink. I've worked with many brands though. I just happened to pull these ones out today. But I've worked with like the Bria Reese and a few other ones. So any of the alcohol ink brands would work with this technique. You will need the alcohol lift ink. Again, this is by Ranger Ink. I don't know, there's probably other ones out there, but this is the one that I'll be using today. And you're also going to want to have some Yupo paper. So I am using the Legion brand Yupo. So it's just a plastic paper, I'm guessing. I mean, polypropylene paper. It's a smooth finish. That is the kind of surface you want to work on with the alcohol inks. You'll get the kind of movement that you see here, and it's not going to work on regular cardstock because that is too porous. So you see these are the alcohol backgrounds, and then with the lift ink, once you lift off the ink, this is regular cardstock. You can stamp it on this cardstock, regular cardstock, and get an impression, like just a regular stamped impression with the beautiful colors that it lifts off. So I always say you get 2 for 1 with this technique, and always have some pre-cut cardstock on hand when you're doing this. because you want to go ahead and stamp that off. And then I have some more card backgrounds to work with, and that's how I made this card with that lift. Okay. Cindy, yeah, I've done it without ventilating, and you can get pretty lightheaded. And then I used to do this technique with a straw, and I'm so happy now to have this tool from Ranger Ink, Tim Holtz. It's a blower tool. You just squeeze it and move the ink around. So I'm going to show you how I do that. That is a godsend. And I'm sure there's other things out there too. So put those aside and let's get started. I think that's about all I have to say about the supplies that we need today. Oh, and a dropper. Nope, we need like a dropper thing, which I think I just broke, but hopefully it will still work. I like to have a little tiny cup with some 91% isopropyl alcohol. I know it's hard to find now, and I'm sorry about that, but you could also use the alcohol ink blending solution instead of the isopropyl alcohol. I just have a lot of that, and I like the way that it moves. And I'm stingy with the ink blending solution or the alcohol blending solution. I'm super stingy with it because it's expensive relatively compared to just picking up some alcohol. The baby book, well, that's good. That's so cool, Shannon. Oh, I would be so loving that if my husband came home with Yupo paper. Oh no, Nellie, I'm sorry. Hey, Penny. Yeah, from before the corona, yeah, exactly. Okay, so I pulled some other stamps here that I might use for like the sentiments of the cards, because our theme is better together, right? Stay together, stronger, I don't know, something like that. And I love these Picket Fence Studio sentiments, especially this one is called It's Peoply Out There. And I love this one that says, be you, the world can adjust. Beware, it's peoply out there. I have a shirt that says that. And then I only like 3 people, you were one of them. And show the haters who's boss. I thought these would be cute to put on these cards. The stamp set I'm using for the butterflies is this one from Unity Stamp Company. It's called Grow, Transform, Evolve. Unfortunately, you cannot get this one, but any butterfly stamp would work, or any other image you wanted to use. This is part of a kit that Unity Stamp Company puts out. It's a card kit, and I love it. It's the only kit I subscribe to because I actually use the stuff that's in it, and that's a bonus for me. So that is that. And then some stamping blocks or a stamp positioner or something of that sort. And I'm sure you guys all want to see the alcohol ink blending. Oh, that is so funny, Nellie. Yeah, I know what that, yep. Butterflies, love butterflies. Okay. So I can get carried away when I am working with alcohol inks, and so I challenge myself because I can like just put down loads of colors and it can get kind of muddy or just overwhelming. So I challenged myself when I sat down to make these cards to just pick out one color and then a little bit of an accent color. So I'm doing that, and I'm just sticking with one color today. But you could blend as many as you want. I love these new alcohol inks. And let's see, of course, here we go. So I'm going to pull up some of the isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to lay it down on my Yupo paper kind of in a diagonal line from the bottom left to the upper right. And that's just going to saturate the paper a little bit. It's like when you watercolor and you want to wet the paper and let the color move, let the paint move on the paper where the wetness is. I kind of do the same thing with the alcohol inks. And so then I'll just start to drop in some of the color, like so. And you can leave the caps off, I learned from Mr. Tim Holtz. And then I'm just going to start to move that alcohol ink. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I forgot one thing. I forgot paper towels. So I'm going to go grab some paper towels real quick. Thankfully, I'm near the kitchen, so they weren't far. And I'm just going to use this and kind of like gently squeeze it and follow that little diagonal that I created until I'm happy. And then if it gets if I get some dark areas, I will just come in and add some of that alcohol. And then move it around some more. Yes, I believe it is the new and improved one, and I love it. It works so well. And then to add a little bit, I'm going to take some of this moss green color and just add a little bit of that in a few areas. And this is more of a murky green, I would say. Like a gray green, more. Not murky, but gray. And I really like it. And this thing is super powerful. It will splash it all over the place if you let it. And then to soften up these edges that got kind of hard, I like to lay just a little bit of the alcohol along the edge. And then I'll blow it back into that little diagonal that I have here, and that will soften up those edges. And you can see when you add the alcohol, it actually lightens the color. So even though I only put down one color and just a tiny smidge of a second color, I'm getting some really pretty blues. And that's just from the alcohol lightening that color. So how's everybody doing today? Oh goodness, Carol, I don't know. Yeah, and I agree, the blending solution doesn't last that long. It's just such a tiny bottle. That's why I've always used the isopropyl, and now with the craziness in the world, it's hard to find. All right, so I'm really happy with the way that looks. What do you guys think? I think that is so pretty. So to clean up, I'm just going to take a paper towel. I'm going to lift this up, wipe that off of my glass mat, and I'll drop, if it's dried on the mat, I'll just drop some of that alcohol on there and it'll wipe it right away. And then I'll set this aside to dry somewhere. Put it on the alcohol bottle. I did the green just for you, Olga. I don't know why, where that came from, but that green was for you for sure. My favorite colors, I'm going to do this blue next. And I have a little bit of green on there already. I'll just use the other side. I think that's fine. I think I can use the other side. We'll see. So again, I'm just going to add a nice line of the alcohol across my page. And then I'm going to take this Laguna and Monsoon colors. And we're going to drop that right in. I think 70% works just fine. I know the more, like the 90% definitely works a little bit better. But if you can only find the 70%, use that. I use whatever we have on hand. All right. I like the way that's looking, so I'm going to drop some of this Monsoon. And I'm just dropping that second color in 3 areas on each one. I just want it to be a little bit of an accent color. You know, I don't want it to start to overpower the rest of the color that I have down. I love these 2 colors together. And then to soften these edges. So whenever I'm making these backgrounds, I always like to cut out a bunch of Yupo paper and just sit down and create several at one time. I just think it's just a fun process. Every panel comes out slightly different. Yeah, Jen, and I understand that. When I first started working with alcohol inks, I know exactly what you're talking about. It would look very blobby. And maybe, you know, lessening the amount of color that you use will help. Try to concentrate it in one area of your cardstock or your Yupo paper or whatever you're working on. And you don't have to squeeze really hard. This thing is super, super powerful. You don't have to squeeze super hard to get the ink to move across your paper. If you do squeeze it very hard, you're going to get like those splatters, which I like sometimes when I'm making flowers and stuff out of the alcohol ink. But for this look, I just I don't even squeeze it all the way. I don't know if you can tell. I'm just like half squeezing it and moving it along. And I'm super happy with this one. This one looks like water to me. So now I'm going to try to lift it up. Kind of get stuck on the glass mat, and there we go. And I like to clean up the colors after each one. Just to keep them separate. It feels so wrong to be using this isopropyl alcohol now in my art, but you know what? It makes me happy, so I'm going to use it. I have it. Oh my gosh, Cindy, I have a project on my YouTube channel where I made a flower using a straw, and I nearly passed out. Are they permanent? If you, no. If you add more alcohol to them, they will start moving again. So you can layer and layer and layer, and it will always continue to move. I don't know. You can. I think a lot of people who do like actual alcohol ink art coat them with a resin to protect it when they make large pieces of artwork. Oh yeah, that paper towel, huh? That paper towel is gonna look real pretty. Yes, I do have some picket fence stamps. I love their stamps. And they're not in the description box below because I just picked them out right before I came on. Now I'm gonna do a yellow. So I picked out Dandelion, and then I thought about doing red with it, but whenever I do red and yellow in artwork or anything, it reminds me of ketchup and mustard, and I can't. I don't like it. So I thought I would pull out the pink sherbet, and this pink sherbet is absolutely stunning. It's almost like a mauve pink. It has a little bit undertones of purple, and it looks stunning with this dandelion yellow. So I'm going to do that one next. And then let's see, we'll have, and then maybe I'll start to build the card. So again, I'm just dropping in that alcohol in a line on my paper. Oh yeah, the canned air would be super strong. And I've seen people use like blow dryers. A lot of people use the blow dryers to do this too. So that would be something if you don't have the Tim Holtz blower. You could just use your blow dryer. It doesn't, you can use it on like the cool setting, and so it'll blow the alcohol ink around your paper, but it won't, as long as you don't have the heat, it won't dry it out as much. The air will dry the alcohol ink, but you know, that's an idea. I've been loving working with yellow lately. I talked about it in my blog post. I'm not normally a yellow or warm color person. I love my cool tones, specifically purples and teals and that kind of stuff. So there I just splattered all over me. So it's just been interesting that I've been gravitating towards yellows lately, and I don't know if it has anything to do with wanting more joy in my life or just wanting more joy in the world. So I'm creating a lot of art with yellow, or what it is, but it's making me happy, so go with what makes you happy. That's a lot of what I will say when people ask me what colors they should get. If when I'm coloring, people will often ask me, what colors should I get? What watercolors should I get? And I always, my advice is get colors that make you happy, because that's going to, you know, that's what's going to, you know, reflect in your artwork. So colors that make you happy. Peach Bellini, I'll have to look for that one. I wonder if I have it. I've had alcohol inks in my stash for so long. From back in the day when I did a lot of mixed media following Christy Tomlinson. Does anybody remember her beautiful work? She used alcohol inks a lot in her girls to color them. And that's when I first started collecting the alcohol inks. I keep losing the pink. I'm going to add a little bit more here, and then I'm going to stop with this one. Maybe a little bit there. All right, that makes me happy. Pink makes Nikki happy. Color in general, yes. Oh, it's wind chimes. Can you hear those, Cindy? Those are wind chimes. I have the window open and it's super windy here. All right, so I'm gonna set this one aside. Oh, look. I just got a little bit there. My finger was dirty. Oh my goodness. They tend to get stuck to the glass because the back gets saturated just a tad. So we'll go ahead and clean this off. And then I'll make some cards with these backgrounds. Sorry, Anna. Hey, Barbara. Watching is good. Anna, you made it, and then you get a call. I know some people commented on the cards on my Instagram and said they had bought all the supplies to do this and just haven't made anything, or they, you know, didn't turn out this way. So I hope if any of you guys are watching and you have like attempted this, or you got all the things because you saw how pretty this technique looked and you wanted to try it, and then you got intimidated when you got your supplies, which happens to me a lot, so I understand that. I hope you'll pull them out and either try it right here along with me, or watch the replay and try it then, because I think you'll really enjoy it. It's just a process, and you know, practice, try different things. If it didn't work one time, try it again. I love my Misty, but man, these magnets can drive me nuts sometimes. Okay, so I'm using these stamps. These butterflies come from Unity. I showed in the beginning I'm using this stamp set, but any stamp would work. And I'm just kind of placing them randomly on there. Then I'm going to pick it up. And now I'm going to take my alcohol lift ink. I have found that just doing it once gives me the best detail. So these are very detailed stamps. I'm going to make sure I get them nice and inky. And you can see my pad is very well loved. But just doing it once really helps to keep the detail in it. And I'm just gonna I'm giving this a lot of pressure through the Misty door. Now I'm gonna lift it up, and you're gonna see that it has started to activate with the ink. And I'm going to take a clean paper towel, and I'm going to start to dab that up. I'm going to remove this panel, and then where's my blank cardstocks that I said to have on hand? Now I don't have them on hand. There they are. We're going to put this down. And then we're going to stamp those. And you can see we have this beautiful stamped impression from all the alcohol ink. Now this has had time to kind of react. I'm going to go ahead and rub in a circular motion with my paper towel. And that really brings out that lift. So hopefully you can see that, how it looks. I'm using 91% isopropyl alcohol. I know, it is magic. Oh no, you have to go to Russia. Oh, try the lesser, and if you have, like, if you can get your hands on something less than 91%, just use that. I'm sure it's going to work. So I'm going to take my other panels while I still have my stamps in there. And bear with me. I'm so sorry. I have to go get some water on this. Okay, I'm back. So the one thing about stamping on the dining room table is that I'm close to water. That's nice. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cindy. I have no idea, Penny. Okay, so let's do that again. And I know somebody said they didn't know if it would look, you know, if the yellow would really pick up the lift. But it does. Some of the, you know, you just have to experiment with the different colors. Like, I found that the red didn't really make a great lift, which you think is interesting because red is super pigmented. You'd think it would lift. You know, you'd see a lot left behind. But I wasn't impressed with my red panel. So we're going to lift that up. You can see it's starting to react. So we're going to move this out of the way. We're going to grab another sheet of cardstock. This is just plain white cardstock. You don't need to use anything fancy for this. And then I'm just going to stamp those on there. So you can make a crazy ton of backgrounds using this. And I love that we have a little bit, even though you guys saw me clean the stamp off, we still have some of that green. And then I love the way the pink lifted off. So, so pretty. Just love this. So now we're going to start to wipe off. And so what I do is I dab it first. I dab it with the paper towel. Lift off that ink. Lift it off here, and then I'll get a clean side, and rubbing it is really where the magic happens. That sounds funny. Rub it, and you'll have some magic. I'm sorry. Is the screen blurry? Can you see that? I'm sorry if the screen is blurry. Is that better? Did it get better? My camera is drunk with the alcohol fumes. Okay. Is that, it looks better to me. Thanks so much, Penny. Okay, good. All right, so let's grab our blue one. let's clean off that stamp. Watch my towel, you're right. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to do that one more time. Actually, a couple more times, but I wanted to show you different couple ways you could do this. So I'm using a stamp positioner. It's great because I can just leave those butterflies where they are. And since most of my alcohol ink was in that relative diagonal, I can just leave them in there and do multiple backgrounds at once. So we'll lift that. Take that out. And then because I'm using the mini Misty, I don't have a lot of space above my cardstock. It's really just like it just handles like a basic card front. When I tried to extend my line of butterflies, I wasn't able to extend them out very much and position them where I wanted them. So oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I just love it. I'll show you guys. If water is used, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used it with water. Okay, so let's do that. Now we're going to dab, 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 dab. And then the magic with the rubbing. So pretty. So I wanted to extend my butterflies up the side or this diagonal, but like I said, my mini Misty wasn't going to allow me to do that. So since I'm only doing one stamp, you know, I'm only doing one impression, I can use a block. That's going to work perfectly fine. I will stand up, so I'll probably get loud. And then I have more control over where I'm putting this butterfly. And I just, you know, give it firm pressure and lift it up, and it's going to be just fine. And then it stamps just the same, just as beautiful. I'll do one more with the green. I know, Cindy, I'm the same way. It's probably good that I didn't watch much today. Okay. And where's my green butterflies? And then I want to do a couple with the smaller butterfly. I felt it move a little bit there. All right, so now we got to remove that. So, dab. And then reveal it. Isn't that just like magic, guys? Oh, I just love it. Makes me so happy. Just beautiful. So I think you guys will love, love, love doing this. Okay, let's move that out of the way so I don't knock it over. And let's finish this. Let's finish these 2 cards. So I have a die here. This is just a full-size A2 stitched rectangle. So it's it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 die. I'm just going to run that through my big shot over here, off camera. And I just kind of position it, eyeball it. So it die cuts that. And it's the perfect size for a card front. We'll just use this one. And then for this one, I just cut it down. So I used my trimmer. I liked the way it looked with like the butterflies off the side a little bit. And then I chose some of this. I think that'll work. This cardstock, and I cut it down just slightly smaller than 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. Yes, Cindy, I do too. I love that when you can get more than one thing. Oh yeah, it was shaking because I was running it through the machine. My mount, my tripod is on my table. Then I used, on this one I used, or on my first one I used this sentiment that says, just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly, which comes with that stamp set. But I thought it would be super cute to use this one, this one from Picket Fence Studio. Be You, the World Can Adjust. I think that's a really great one. And so I stamped it and embossed it. And now I lost my, here it is. I spent so much time doing the alcohol backgrounds that I didn't leave much time for making the actual cards. And we were doing tiny treasures so that we would actually finish our projects with you today. And then here I am being a slowpoke. Oh shoot, and that's not going to work. I don't have, okay, I can't use that one. I don't have the pad, the foam pad to use clear stamps with my Misty. So we're going to use the caterpillar quote. And I'm sorry, I'm terrible at keeping an eye on the chat today. I'm so sorry. And I stamped that so crooked. Alright. So I'm going to emboss that with some Wow opaque bright white superfine. And if you guys want to pick up any of these things, I do have most of them listed below. They are affiliate links, just to be super honest and transparent. But when I see I get an affiliate sale, it just makes me so happy. So here's my heat tool. I'm gonna let that heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to come to the back. There we go. I just love the way that white embossing powder looks on the gray cardstock. Say hello.
Hi.
Is your movie over?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
That's my little boy.
Who's little boy?
You, my little boy. Okay, I don't have much longer, so let me finish. All right, so for the second one, I will use this one. Maybe. What do you guys think? BU. There's so many great sentiments. And for this one, I just stamped it directly on with this VersaFine Clear ink.
Mom,
Hmm.
let me tell you something.
No.
Why?
Because I don't trust that it'll be okay.
Yeah.
There. That's stamped okay.
What did he ask?
He said he wanted to tell me something, but he sounded mischievous, so I said no, not while I'm live.
He mad at me. Let me tell you something. What? He mad at me. Can I what?
Oh, thank you, Karen. That makes me happy.
What?
I do, Karen, because I feel weird. I just do. I feel weird. I was going to cut this out and I don't have any scissors. You want to grab me some scissors, Toby?
Why?
So I'm going to adhere that right there. On the original card, I popped it up, but I'm not going to pop this one up. That is not hair. That is like the twine that I was using. It's like fuzzy twine. I I just feel weird asking, like I'm asking for money or something. And I know it's silly. Hi, baby. Wow, look at you, fancy girl. Thank you, honey.
Mommy can't touch that.
No, after I get off, you can tell me. I also feel weird, like, promoting classes, which is why I'm terrible at doing that. Just trying to line that up so I can cut that excess off. Doesn't that look pretty? I like the way that looks. So then I could put that on a card base. And then this one, I'm just going to rub off that powder. And I honestly, a lot of times I will just cut sentiments out. I don't mind if they're a little bit wonky. I actually think I like that little wonky look. So then I can just place that right there. Oh, thank you. That's true. But it's no cost to anybody to use our links, other than the companies, of course. They're the ones that pay the little commission that we get. So for somebody to click through, it really isn't. It doesn't cost you anymore. And it really does help. I always try to use somebody's affiliate link when I am shopping. I will text or message some of my friends who I know have affiliates, and I will just say, hey, can I get your link? Or I'll just go to their blog or YouTube and pull up. I know I'm going to run out of tape. See, I knew it. Ran out of tape. That's okay, guys. I'm almost done. So I ran out of tape, but we're going to go ahead and put this on here. So that's one card. And then
Got some more tape.
I'm just going to fold this in half. I think this is a... I don't have my bone folder. I do. Wait, no, I do. I was like, I don't have my bone folder. I don't have anything here. I added some of this twine. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Are you a little puppy?
Daddy.
Oh, you're a doggy? Ooh. What happened? I lost the light. I was like, what happened? I'm going to try to tie a bow here.
Okay, what kind of bow?
Just a simple bow. You're so silly. So these are a little bit different than the cards I showed you, but I always do that. No, Cindy. Shoot. The stamp that I used was part of a card kit, so it isn't available, but Unity has a ton of really beautiful butterfly stamps. If you want to, you know, you can get any of those. But yeah, I'm sorry. I was using a card kit, and they don't sell the stamps separately. But if you like the card kit, you could check it out. I really like it because I use everything. Sorry for the kiddos. They were watching a movie, and then the movie ended, so now they're all up here. But I think most of you understand kiddos, right? Kiddos in the background. So I'm going to try to line that up as... Oh, geez. This foam tape is so super sticky. It's amazing. But yeah, once you commit to lining it up and pushing it down, you are committed. So these are the 2 cards we made. Here are some of the other backgrounds that we made. And then here are the original 2 cards I posted on my blog yesterday. So I hope you guys enjoyed my live stream. I hope you had fun. I'll have to go back and look at the comments. Yes, they are, Wendy, and I am so grateful for that. Definitely. So yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel and see more projects like this, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I love working with all kinds of things. I do mixed media, I do watercolor, I do cards like you see here. So I'd love to have you. You are off to see Nikki right after me. So go check out Nikki's channel. She is linked in the description box below. You can go ahead and head over there, and she's going to have some fun with you. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, I did put some gold leafing on this one. You can see the kit that I showed you, the card kit, came with some of this gold leafing, and I did like to do that, but I didn't want to get it all over the dining room table, so I didn't bring it up here. But yeah, that would look beautiful. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Tiffany, that's so funny. I'm making nachos too. All right, thank you guys again so much. I hope you enjoyed this time as much as I did, and have a great weekend. Everybody, do your thing. Do something that makes you happy today. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.